Alright, so this video is to give you a bit more background, a little more detail on exactly what you could do with Domain Central and how you can point or use your different services that are within Domain Central. So by going into here, one of the first things you're going to want to notice is that you have multiple domains here. So just take a look at all of this, and I'm pretty sure all of this here to you will mean different things, or you'll at least be able to figure it out. So domain obviously is the domain that you own. This is the registrar, which all of these are under us here with our company. Then there's expiration date, and this is how much time is left on it, right in here in the brackets. And then the privacy, whether it's on or you can add it, which if you do have a credit, it won't charge you, but if you of course don't have a credit, you will need to pay for it. And then there's renew. So if there is a domain, let's say that you don't want this one anymore, you should switch it from auto to manual. Now the question that you have was about pointing. There are different ways to point a domain, so I'm just going to use I believe you were talking about using the Indie Writer. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Indie Writer real quick. So of course you click on the domain, and of course you got overview here, and it gives you the contact, so you can change the contact. You go and basically get all the pieces of information just about this particular domain. Then you have your pointers. These kind of pointers are different from what we discussed earlier as name service and DNS, which is domain name service, but we'll go into that in a minute. So what this pointer is for directing traffic locally within your account. So the options that you have in here which is home directory. So if you select this is going to go away, and you're not going to be able to put anything in here. And basically all your files should be in your home directory. And if you do have any folders in those, then those files should correlate to those particular folders. So what that is beneficial for is for someone who only has one domain. If you have multiple domains, that really isn't going to work, because if you're mixing your home directory and your subdirectory, things can get convoluted or very mixed up very quickly. Then you have your subdirectory, which is what you have to set to right now, which is the Indie Writer. So if you were to actually go into your file manager, you'll see a folder called the Indie Writer, and the contents for this particular domain, all of the files and images and everything, will be located in here. So when traffic travels to your website, it hits the server and looks for this. The server then says, okay, well, where's the content for this? This information right here says, hey, for the site, it's in this folder. And of course, you'll go in there and be able to find all that content. URL, that just means that it is, you can put in here a particular URL. So if you wanted people, when they go to indiewriter.com, to go to http www the writersdigest.com, you could actually write that in here, or just copy the link and put it in there. And when anybody writes this domain in, what they're actually going to find is writersdigest.com. The next option that you have in here is parked, which essentially shuts down the site. So even if you have content that's pointed, or you have content that's actually built or anything, if you click parked, the content is not going to show, the site is not going to be live. And then there of course is website, which is the same thing as URL. Now what these two are good for is if, let's say, you have content on here and all these other ones you want to have pointed to here, you could just put either subdirectory, or you can put URL. Either one will work just fine. And essentially when someone goes to here, the server is going to tell them, well, you need to be redirected to this site. And then when you end up here, it's going to say where's the folder, and go into that particular directory. So you can switch it to any one of these, and basically that's the information, or the gist of doing it locally. When you're dealing with anything that's name server DNS, you want to go along with the instructions that the hosting provider has given you. So like in the case in which we dealt with this before, where they said modify the A record, they specifically gave us an IP address to put in. So that's going to be dealing with this particular item here and this particular item here, so that when anybody goes to that domain, what's going to happen is it's going to say, wait, you need to go to this particular IP address, which means that the information is not local to the server here, it is local to this IP address. So I hope that gives you a bit more detail. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.